In this kindergarten classroom, an art lesson about drawing squirrels is more than just coloring techniques. Ann Erickson is using think blocks to help students actually think about squirrels in a new way. By taking the perspective of a squirrel, the students are able to understand how a squirrel adapts to various seasons. This is the perspective-taking aspect of a theory which identifies 4 universal patterns of thinking that also includes distinction-making, systems, and relationships.
They were identified after 15 years of research into thinking skills done at Cornell University by the founder of ThinkWorks and the inventor of ThinkBlocks, Dr. Derek Cabrera. He needed a tool to teach these 4 thinking skills in his systems thinking class to students, and he struggled and he thought, how can I do this? How can I have a thing they can hold and learn these skills? And so he came up with ThinkBlocks, and they kind of physicalized these 4 patterns of thinking.
Back in FCPS, Ann was looking for a way to teach larger concepts to younger students.
The enduring idea for the elementary art program is a sense of place. And I was working with the art teachers as well as my students to understand what a sense of place means. Well, that's a very elusive kind of concept. And I didn't know how to help them better understand it. I Googled, how do you teach thinking? And so he wrote me back. A professor from Cornell wrote me back that day, and then he helped me to understand about how to take this sense of place so that I could see how I could use the blocks to develop this idea.
The think blocks are dry erasable, so as the students write on them, the block becomes a new idea, and the students construct their own knowledge about that idea.
So for years, educators have known that children are building knowledge, the things they are doing is very meaningful, that their experiences are being interpreted through them in such a way that they're building their concepts all the time. And really what we're doing in Think Blocks and these thinking skills is seeing, oh, this is how they're building it. These 4 patterns are the way that they are building it. And so we're trying to kind of coach them into being better thinkers and better builders of knowledge.
Using the think block, the students literally put their hands around an idea. In this activity, a drawing about a squirrel is made more complete when the students understand the squirrel's anatomy.
And so that's the body. That's the body right there. All right, so we have a tail and a body. What else? Yes?
A neck.
It has a neck because it's got to turn.
I think most people know now that we have many different kinds of learners in the elementary school. Verbal, and then we have visual learners, but we also have the kinesthetic and the haptic child that needs to actually have that motion of putting something in. And so I think that that's what's important about the blocks. It hits all of those different ways of learning. So it is active learning.
Beyond the immediate curriculum content, the thinking skills are preparing these students for practical jobs in a 21st century workforce.
I just think it helps us to take whatever our curriculum content is and put the thinking skills in there. So when they leave us, that they have this basis for thinking with them. You know, the change is happening so fast that we don't know what it is that they're going to need to know. So we need to be teaching them how to think.
More than just squirrels and coloring techniques, these students have learned and practiced critical thinking skills that will last a lifetime. For School Scene, I'm Amy Liniart.